So my name's Michael, and I recently bought a very cheap house in France for less than €15,000. Here's a little bit of a look around it. So we go through the archway, we're into the front garden, very overgrown. Been nobody living here since 2012, and vegetation has taken root, as you can see, literally on the roof, in the gutter. The trees are way too high, and they're actually menacing the power cables that run across there, so they're going to have to be dealt with. I've spoken with Enedis already, and they've sent a technician out to look at it, and hopefully in the next 2 months they're going to come and they're going to chop down about 3 meters below the lines. So panning around again, you can see there's just branches everywhere. It's a state. The roof's not in too bad condition, but the tiles are all going to come off. I'm hoping to save maybe about 80% of the tiles. Here's a still of it. Maybe about 80% of the tiles. Put some veluxes in the other side. There's actually roof light in this side and this elevation. You can't see it because it's hidden behind the branches of pine tree that's there. So I can replace that on the front and maybe put 3 in on the rear if permission's given. And this is just a quick look at what the main living area looked like when I took possession of it. So you've got the old sofa bed and all sorts of stuff just strewn everywhere, and it needs a damn good clear out. So that would be the next task, is getting all this stuff out. And I don't know, most of it's unfortunately going to go to the déchetterie, or because there's no other way of dealing with it, so old and knackered. Anyway, so we're outside now, again towards the rear. See just how much ivy's growing on that roof. It's actually, the root system's well bonded into the walling and the roof. All that's got to get cut back, or that, if that roof's going to come off anyway, then that'll resolve that problem. But I don't know how many tiles we'll lose when we try and prise the ivy apart from it. And you can see these pine trees just way too high. All of them are going to have to come down considerably, if not out completely. That's a task for maybe later on. Here's a little look at the electrics, all up to norm, as you can see. There's actually, I was glad to see there's lots of earths here, and there's an earth cable that runs outside directly into the ground, which is common in France. Because I've actually done a couple of renovations in apartments in France that haven't, in Paris, that haven't had any earthing at all within the apartment. It's unbelievable. Anyway, that's another little job for me. This thing here, this is the fuel burner that he used. When you see some other videos, you'll see there's loads and loads of fuel containers scattered everywhere, scattered around the garden, in the barn, etc. And they were all utilised with this system here, where you've got a little reservoir, you top it up, you plug it in, and away you go. This is obviously how he kept himself warm for the years. Not much more to say about that really. We'll be moving on to another little picture in a minute, which will be another video, and that will take us through to, no we won't, we'll be looking at the happy hanger. There's one hanger that I found, it just made me laugh. It just seems to have a character of all its own. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll continue watching my other videos as they appear. Thanks again, bye for now.